Yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan, and today we have a very interesting day ahead. We will be reviewing Sideshow Collectibles Carnage premium format. This is the exclusive, it's Alex's. I've had a lot of negative things to say about this in the pictures and in chats and things. Let's see how much humble pie I have to eat or whether I was right. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, we're back. Alex is here, RaddTitan. Boom, yeah.
Boom.
Alright, so as George was saying, we are looking at the Carnage premium format by Sideshow Collectibles. This is a new piece, it's just released. This is Cletus Cassidy. So his first appearance, I think, was 340 or 344 Amazing Spider-Man as Cletus Cassidy, and then 361 as Carnage.
You're a big Carnage fanboy.
I'm a huge Carnage fanboy. Let's just go back into... So I had all the Maximum Carnage when they come out. I loved them as a series.
Great series.
Then had the Super Nintendo or the Famicom or whatever it's called. Famicom in America.
It was a Super Nintendo
so,
with the game Max like over the top. Yeah, it's
so
great hard.
The Maximum Carnage game, which was really good at the time, really hard as well. And then, you see him in the cartoon, which wasn't very good, but anyway. Throughout the years, he's had like loads of little mini-series. I think of other mini-series with Deadpool, where Deadpool converts into...
I'm expecting to see him with the new Tom Hardy Venom film. There was a thing today in the newspaper which said Tom Hardy ready to create Carnage on the set of the new Venom, and they don't say nothing about it, but it was just a bit close. So I'm hoping something's going to come up because we need to see him on the big screen.
But the thing as well is what happens is Carnage, so Eddie Brock and Cletus Cassidy are captured, and they're in the vault? Mm-hmm. They're in there together. The symbiote comes out to break out Eddie Brock, the Venom symbiote, and then what happens is it leaves a spawn behind, which then attaches onto Cletus Cassidy. Cletus Cassidy, Carnage is super strong.
More concentrated version, isn't it? Like with the Venom suit, the spawns are they're stronger than their predecessors, all of them.
So you got like he's stronger, he's more agility. He makes more blades and things.
He can make more weapons
because of the serial killer part inside him.
Likes flinging paint on.
Yeah. So that's really that. So I got this piece recently, and again, I mean, I agree with George. When I saw the images of this, I was very let down. I was very disappointed. I wanted to see it when I went to New York Comic Con, and it wasn't there. The Venom was there, and again with the Venom, I didn't like it that much in New York. Then, fast forward a little bit of time, went to the con in London, and they had both of them there. They weren't behind glass; they were actually in person. You could literally
touch them,
pick them up, which I did, and I put them onto Lazy Susan. We did a couple of reviews of them. I did. Sorry, George was missing in action.
I was on holiday.
Yeah, well, no excuses.
Had a shit day that day. That was a shit day on the beach that day when I saw you there.
I got a lot of angry messages that day. Anywho. So, but then by seeing them in person and actually being able to touch and pick them up and whatever else, I decided to pick up a Carnage. I picked up the Carnage, and I've had it in my collection for probably 3 weeks or so, and it's really grown on me. I really am loving the piece now. So let's go on to the box.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it follows the standard routine that the Spider-Man PF, the most recent Spider-Man PF follows. So you have the print on the front, it looks almost like it's 3D that it's coming out, and in the background you have comic strip Carnage. We were trying to work out whether this was Maximum Carnage or some of the Spider-Man issues, but there's some really great artwork on it. It's really nice actually. It'd be a nice backdrop. It's got some great fights and stuff going on with Venom here, especially on this back page. Sorry, bro. Sorry. And so that's going on there. Really nice artwork, nice colour as well, nice crimson red, which is decent.
Yeah, so to continue this for the premium format, Spider-Man, the symbiote, Green Goblin, Carnage, and I also got to see the Venom box as well, so they do on the Venom as well.
Yes, cool. So, is it like a blue or purple box?
It's like a bluey white and a white.
Yeah, this is like the red and the black. So
it's like the symbiote colours. So
let's get on to the box.
Again, the piece is really heavy. I mean, the Venom, when I lifted up the Venom, The Venom body is probably weighs more than combined like a whole statue, and then the base as well was really, really heavy. The Venom was super, super solid. This Carnage base is again really heavy. We will weigh it and sort of show you, but yeah, it's absolutely solid.
It was definitely heavy. I moved it from the room to in here, and it's very, very heavy. I have to say, just off the bat, this is really strange because from pictures, I thought the base looked like the best part of this, and the figure was the worst part. I have to say, in person, it's the complete opposite. I find the base isn't bad. It's not terrible. There's a lot of good stuff going on. It follows this sort of, so we say the word hexagonal sort of shape going around the bottom. And then you've got the sort of rocks, almost like a fallen building site where the girders and the iron and everything else. The girders look really good.
I'm glad they've gone away from the smoke.
Good.
I'm glad they've gone away from the smoke.
Yeah, that fucking smoke.
I think that, as George was saying, sorry there, the girders look great. The rust on the girders looks really good. And then you got these reed bars or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Someone did correct me on this on the other day because I think I did it on something. One of my favourite parts is where this all kind of comes out.
Yeah,
here,
that's nice.
the bit inside there. I think they're done really nice.
Yeah, those parts are nice, but this sort of crap here, this orangey mess, and even where you like what we talked about with the Iron Man that you had an issue with, there's a big fucking crack, a big seam that goes around there, which is not ideal. It's a bit of an amalgamation here of what joins the bottom of it, all the rocks together, and I don't know what this is meant to be, but it just doesn't look very good. But I actually have to say that this is probably the most comic book accurate Carnage figure-wise. Yeah. They've got the body 100% spot on in my opinion, and the sculpting detail, it's not on the level of the comiquette, but there is still a lot of fibres and a lot of lines and a lot of good work that's gone into that.
I think the problem with the comiquette was I don't think it was very true to the character.
No, he's far too jacked.
The sculpt of the comiquette is phenomenal. It's really, really well done. But to me, it was never the character. It was always a juiced up version.
Yeah, very big.
And it wasn't in scale with the rest of the pieces. With this one, I think that this is more true to the character. He's gangly, he's lanky.
He's long,
and he's also
rangy.
He's always really, really kind of awkward. He's never really like he doesn't really stand in a way. He's never really got a pose that looks.
I get what you're saying. Anatomically correct,
no,
neat, tidy.
Like flattering. I mean, like when you get superheroes and they're all like, got their chest
I'm
out.
with you,
He always looks very awkward.
Contorted,
anyway.
twisted. The character though, because that's how you depict that, don't you? You have to try and put elements of that into the drawing.
So you got like all this kind of muscle underneath. You got like all the fibres in the muscle there.
Better in person than in
then
pictures.
You have all the black kind of tar running through it. There is like quite a good where they've bothered to kind of do a little bit of difference underneath the bases of the foot. So you've got like a little bluey grey wear on there as well, and then you kind of work up. I really do like the kind of abdomen and the chest part here.
That and the head are my favourite parts. I actually think the body is done really well. The black actually breaks up, but the sculpt is really. I mean, the body is actually really well done. You can see a lot of musculature going on in there, and the abs and things, and it's spot on right. It is 100% accurate to the Carnage. There's no doubt.
I just think it's one of those pieces that, again, I don't think it photographs very well. I think it's really hard to kind of capture all of this detail in pictures. I mean, we've been slating this piece for a while. We've been saying it looks like he's doing a weird little dance.
Looks like he's throwing paint.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, here's the problem I have, the issue I have with it, right? I don't like this. This is the big problem I have. I do not like the position of either of these feet, and I do believe that you may have a problem here over time, because all of the weight is basically, don't get fooled by this nonsense going on. The weight is almost in a straight line and the body is leaning to one side. Because this line comes in, it's pushing the body weight over to one side, and this particular piece is actually, over time, is starting to move in the peg holes where you have to keep correcting it and bringing it into space. So you have to be very, very careful with this piece. Do not try and move it too often, and if you're in sort of an earthquake area, I suggest you do something to secure it. because
Get
they are actually, it does look like it's going slightly to one side. So be very wary of that. And I think that in itself is something you need to just be careful of, you know, be aware. Because Alex has already said that he tried to move this and basically the figure jumped out of the base and he caught it. He did a matrix moment.
He did literally.
It's a shame you weren't there to catch that, because I can't believe he can catch a fucking rubber ball, but he did catch it. And he was lucky because he caught it around the waist.
I caught it like literally, my thumb kind of went literally in there.
Yeah,
so it was quite
lucky because you would have snapped this.
So, yeah, I agree. I think that the kind of weight distribution could be a bit better. I mean, the pegs are not that amazing. But anywho, as you then work on, you've got the hands that comes off here, you've got the kind of tendrils that are coming off, and you've got like all the tendrils on the side here, these are stuck. And then you have...
So these are attached?
These are stuck. Oh. And then what it is this one. So this is attached here and here. You've got colour-coded pegs. And then you've got like here and here attached.
Yeah, I've got you.
And then all of this is
that actually looks a lot better. I really like the black, and I do like the flow of it. Should really talk about the way that these hands are magnetised, because it's quite different. There are no pegs. It's a magnetised. But it is sort of keyed in a way. You can see that
kind of like
the black, if you turn them the other way.
You just kind of fit in there, and then you kind of got the these kind of little tendril things coming off, which kind of do overlap onto it a bit. This hand isn't so bad. Then this one's kind of does sit on there quite nicely. This one's not really an issue if you have it on there properly, but it could be better. Could be better. I mean, like, you know.
Also, the thing is it going to rub?
I want to get.
If you take them on and off and on and on, I wouldn't.
I want to get this behind glass because I am a bit,
you
know, worried about people touching it. And then the axe one, actually, it's not that bad.
Once they're in place.
Once you have them in properly, they hold. But to get them in properly takes a little bit. I mean, like that movement there, that's going to come right off if you're moving it and you knock it. So
you will just have to be very careful, because you can already see where this has been on, where it will mark the black, because what they've done for some reason. The black tendril, the black parts go awfully close to the join. So if you're messing with it and trying to get it into the right spot, you're going to end up scratching your own paint. It does happen. I mean, even my Magneto, you know, my Magneto head. The underside of it is the base part.
Pieces. I mean, even some of my other pieces.
But
where they join.
But you know when it's a female and a male part, and it's the other. Like for example, the hands are the female part. And the body is the male part, right? Just like the Magneto head, the XM Magneto head. When it's that way round and not the other way round, you get scratches. If it's the head is the male part and you stick it into a slot, you have no problems. But this way round, when you're taking on and off, like my Magneto head's the same, I end up scratching the red paint underneath it. So you don't change them often. So get the pose you want, get the parts on it you want, and don't touch it.
This actually does have another hand which goes onto his left, but it's in the box, and sorry, I'm not getting out.
What do you think
this
about
is
the axe?
The exclusive axe. I think in person, again, it's not as bad as it looks in pictures. In pictures, George was saying it looks like the 1980s He-Man figures, and I think he even posted a comparison shot of it. I think in person, they could have maybe added a little bit more of the fibres to the actual axe, but I think they've done a very good job.
I think it's very comic accurate. In fairness, some things don't look as devastating from comics in 3D, but I do actually think it does look a lot better in person. But I've got to say, I would have liked to sight it. I would have liked to sight it. But he does use the axe quite a bit in the comics. It doesn't look like that, so you can't really knock it. It's very difficult.
As well, it spikes, but and then you kind of work up again. I
really like the portrait.
The head is probably the best part of it.
The
head is really well done.
Especially the gum in the corner that I can see here. And then
George
nice.
pointed out to me that the head has this really nice effect on the top of it, where if they would have continued that over parts of the body, it would have been really good. It kind of looks like grazed flesh, and when you kind of have that kind of like burnt grazed flesh.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like a motorbike accident where they've taken all the skin off the top and it's in patches all over the place. If they had continued that paint job down the body, it could be one of the best painted Carnage, best painted pieces they ever had, because it's very similar to the speckle effect on the Bane. It shows a great contrast.
That's all pigment.
Yeah, it's pigment. Yeah, it's exactly right.
And
but
then the
for
eyes
some
as well.
reason they stopped it on the head, and they left the body. And the body is actually a little bit more of a browny orange than it is a red.
It's more of matte as well.
And it's more matte, yeah. I mean, in fairness, the comic kit that I own is matte too.
Well, I think that's the contrast as well, because you got the
black.
black.
Mine's redder.
Yeah, but you got the black gloss, and then you got the red matte, and then
it works.
They contrast for each other.
I'm not sure the colour of this piece. I still think it's a bit too browny orange. It needed to be redder. And I'm telling you, the top of that head, if they'd have continued that paint job, it would be absolutely, it would be a different level. Because when I put it on the table when I was standing, just to make sure it was in shot and looking at the top of it, I couldn't believe the detail on that head. That head is absolutely outstanding.
I think the problem with it as well is, I mean, when I got it, it was night. When I opened it up, it was night time, and when we do these reviews, we have like what's that? So 3, 6, there's like 10 spotlight lights on this, and then you've got like 4 lights above. So there's like literally like 15 lights on this now. So you can't see everything.
That joint on the head. See that flap where the black is?
No.
Does that bother you?
Not at all.
This bit?
No, not at all.
No.
No, I mean, like, the thing about this is...
Would it bother you if it was mine?
Yes. No, the thing about this piece is when we were looking it over, and you said to me, blah, 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 and I said, oh, okay, we'll take the head off. And I couldn't actually remember if the head came off. And we were looking over it and trying to find the seam of it. And I'm like looking at that part that's raised, and I'm thinking, I think it is, but I'm not sure. And I couldn't, you know, when you look at Electro, which is the piece you're talking about, you can tell that's fucking on there. So anyway, it's been shipped today, by the way. Anyway, but then you got the eyes, and I really like the way the eyes are done, because they're not like a brilliant white, which you could see on a lot of other statues. It's kind of like a white, a grey.
Yeah.
It looks a bit grotty.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Really,
I like it.
Yeah.
The head sculpts out.
I think the head is easily the best part.
I like the head and the chest. I love that bit, even from the side.
I even like his right arm. I like the right hand. I like the right hand.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't portray well in photos, but it looks great. It's very. You people think it's like a zombie sort of thing, but it's not. It doesn't.
People. Well, I got patient 0, so we could do a comparison.
It doesn't. It comes across really nice. And actually, the whole back part of the symbiote, the way that it's coming out, really looks fantastic in person. It is a lot better than pictures. There are elements of this piece I don't like, that I'm never going to like. But I really... Is it
a humble pie moment then?
No, I don't think so. I think it's 50-50. I think, to be honest with you, the parts I dislike, I still dislike, which are I don't like the knee position, I don't like the weight distribution. I think it's going to be an issue later. I do. I stand by that. But I'm so impressed with the paint on the head, and I'm so impressed with the body sculpt. I actually think this is, I agree with you. It hasn't got the texture in the comic it has, it hasn't got the work that the comic it has, but it's bang on accurate. It is the best Carnage representation there is, even more so than the comic hair. It's not a better piece, but it's a better representation. If you're looking for an accurate, comic accurate cable Carnage,
there we go.
This is the one-to-one.
Yeah,
I truly stand by. I think that's right. So Brandon Guerrera, I think you're all right because you said that.
Oh, good, don't tell him that.
He was right.
He loves you already.
Credit where credit is due. Fair play. I think the axe also, again, going over old ground, but I think it looks better in person than it may come across in photographs. It doesn't quite look as limp.
I actually think on the review this is going to look really, really good.
It does look really good in person. It's a lot of nice things.
Yeah, as you say, I agree. The base could be better, and just a few little tweaks, and this could have been really, really up there. It wouldn't take a lot to change.
Not a lot. That paint job on this body. Yeah. You're talking about then all of this shit about these little join bits. It's nothing. That turns it into a 9 out of 10 piece with that paint job. I just think they started it, and I don't know what happened. Whether they just decided just there, or whether they decided
could simply be that sometimes the heads are painted in another factory.
But that's so good effect on that. Really, really, you feel inside agony.
Probably going to be hard to capture that in the picture.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it.
All right.
We're gonna just still, it's a crack. For me. If I had to score it out of 10, I'd still score it quite high. Yeah. I'd give it a good 7.5, and I would have scored this a 3 based on pictures.
Well, that's the thing we always say, like pictures are
10% of the story. If you're like 20% if you're being real. If they're my photos, yeah.
Hey! All right, we're just going to grab the scales.
Right, so we're going to be. Let's get those digits.
We need a name for the tape measure, don't we?
Something that will annoy Jenny. You got anything on mind?
No.
Sharon. Sharon. Let's call it Sharon.
T, so we'll do a T.
Why?
Because tape measure.
Teresa.
Is that Justin's mum?
Justin's? No, that's Fiona.
Oh yeah.
It's 22 inches. It's exactly 22 inches high, and that's 56 centimeters.
Yeah.
If you are going to display it depth wide this way, coming right at you, you're gonna need a bit of real estate here. Probably about there. It's massive.
Here to there. Yeah.
About that.
You're one far forward. Where the fuck are you going?
Am I too far out?
Yeah. What the fuck are you smoking? Jesus Christ! Look, come here.
Yeah, but be careful. Look, there's all this.
Let go.
You got the axe is there. Just be careful. Yeah, but then you got to get the. I bet it's exactly as I measured it. You got it? No. Base is easy past there. It's about where your finger is there. It's about 18 inches deep.
All right. Ooh,
that's why I didn't do that.
18 inches, which is about 46 centimeters, and then we go for the depth.
It's this part, isn't it?
To about there. So you're going to need about 29 centimeters, which is about just over 11.5 inches.
Okay.
I'm saying this is quite 8 kilos.
I think it's closer to 10.
Ooh.
Oh, you motherfucker. 8.75. So that is just under 20 pounds. 19.3 pounds.
That's a good weight.
So yeah, it's because it's, I mean.
But I do think most of that's the base.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you want to try that?
14.5, so 6.6.
So this figure
is 2 kilos.
It's 2.25 kilos.
Yeah.
That's the piece, and again, I mean, I think it's overall is a very good piece, and if you can get hold of one, why not? You know, I think it'll be very good with a Spider-Verse collection. And
it works actually. Alex has this displayed with the PF, the recent PF.
The recent PF.
And I think it looks great with the recent PF.
It does. They're really good together. But what we will do is we'll take some pictures and we'll probably try and get it out with the some of the other pieces and see how that works.
Definitely, yeah. Good idea. Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Peace. Logistically, size-wise, they're the 3 that would go together.
Filming, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I don't care.
Sharpens everything.
Fuck your couch.
I'll do it then.
Huh?
I'll fucking do it then.